Well, I just want to say thanks for being up here. Thanks to the coaching staff. Thanks to Tom for allowing me to be up here. Something along the lines we've all been talking about today is your personal disciplines and how they benefit you, your family, your life. All of these things go into how you actually take care of your employees, how you treat your spouse, or how you treat your children. How you do one thing is always how you do everything. It's hard to change who you are at work, just at home. As a CEO, as a business owner of 40 employees, this is a daily discipline that I've done for 717 days straight as of this morning, and it's helped my life. So, hey, thank you. I'm going to teach on it. It's called the Daily Impact Focus, and it's something called conscious self-creation. Has anyone heard that word or those words together? Stacy, Scott, Jennifer, maybe? Does anyone know what they mean? No? So, as Tom said earlier, all of us have conscious thoughts, and your conscious mind can deal with 6 to 9 thoughts per second. But your subconscious thought controls your heartbeat right this second. And that's 60 to 90,000 thoughts per second. And if we don't program our conscious mind to get into our subconscious mind, how we react or how we live is the circles and groups and things that we're around that we may not like today. So this teaching I'm going to teach about today is a daily discipline that you can use, your children can use, your employees, your leadership, everyone in your family can use. And I promise if you do the work, it'll help. It'll change. And you will change. My name's Wes Israelson. I own a company called Main Street Office Furniture, Main Street Commercial Moving. We help businesses connect in spaces like this within their office. We help them love where they work. If your team works better in the space they love, they produce better. Business works better. So we help businesses reconnect, especially after COVID. COVID pushed everyone home way too fast and businesses weren't ready for it. And now they're trying to bring people back and it's still weird. So the commercial moving side, we move businesses in and out. I'm not here to talk about any of that. I'm here to talk about this daily impact. So with that, I want to get into a question. Up here on the screen, we've all heard these things, and maybe it's even today, as Tom said earlier, or maybe it's last week, yesterday, a year ago. I can't do that. It's too hard. Hey, Dad, I can't brush my teeth. I can't clean my room. I'll do it tomorrow. Anything written up there, is it a truth? Is it a thought? Or is it an excuse? What'd you guys say? Excuse. Well, in this room, it is an excuse. Because we're all in this room, not by chance. Not one of us is here because we fell out of bed, showed up at the country club, and oh, wow, walked into a room. Right? We literally are here because of a specific reason. We're all trying to get better. We're all trying to be better for our businesses, which then our families and our lives and everything get better. So I'm going to pose this question before I get into my story is, Stacy has this a beautiful garden. Maybe it's outside, maybe there's fruit, maybe there's flowers, maybe there's vegetables. But there's weeds growing. And they're multiplying. Are you going to pull the weed by the root out so that your grain can grow? Or would you stand at the edge of the garden with your weed killer, your weed whacker, or a shovel and gloves? Which one would you do? I would. I try to every day. And that's, when I say it this way, it'll make more sense. We want to pull that thought, that negative belief, out of our mind so that the internal person I am can grow to the future you. That's what we're going to teach about. That's what this teaching is. And I've got about 30, 40 minutes-ish to go through this. But before I do, I want to get into my story and starting from a young age to today and why I believe this journal, this process will help everyone. 2001, I had a hole-in-one at 16. I was a 5 handicap. 2 weeks after that day, I was rear-ended by a guy doing 65. And when I woke up in the hospital, my mom was holding my arm. And the doctor said, hey, there's a chance you won't walk. And we do know 2, 3, and 4, your L vertebrae, your lumbar vertebrae are broken. L1 and L5 are fractured. And we have to fuse you from L1 to your sacrum. So that means no more sports. I was a junior in my high school year, just a junior. Just had hole-in-one. There's a guy in the back that's had multiple hole-in-ones. I know Vinny's had some hole-in-ones. Has anyone in this room had a 16-year-old child that's facing something similar to this? Like, how devastating is this to a child going into high school? Well, it wrecked me. I was a point guard. I played basketball. I played baseball. I was a pitcher. And I loved golf. And it was hard. But the thing that the doctor told me, and everyone here can understand this, is at 16, you look up to your parents, you look up to people, and the doctor told me I'm 65% of what I'll ever be the rest of my life. 65%. Man, I remember crying. I remember wearing a corset and a plastic brace. I went from here to here my whole junior year. Tried dancing, kind of a little goofy. And it was horrible. I lost the drive to go to school. I lost it. And for me, getting into office furniture and what I do is why I love it, because my uncle, the guy that I looked up to the most in this world, said, if you graduate, I'll take 6 of your friends to Moab from Utah. That's a jeeping thing for a week for free. You just have to walk with them. My parents said, go to work. Well, I graduated. I went jeeping, and I got into commercial office furniture at 17 years old. I'm 40, so I've been in it 23 plus years. And I love ergonomics. So in that way, will everyone please sit tall, straight up? It's funny how it gets people moving. If you're hunched over, your lungs can't expand and you can't breathe. And ergonomics matter. That's why we teach it at a corporate level. But again, sorry, not on the furniture side. I lived with that limiting belief. 65% for 20 years. 2019 hits. My dad had been diagnosed with cancer for 2.5 years. I remember the day after Christmas, 2016, when they said it was stage 4 and you've got months to live. I went to every chemo, immunotherapy, radiation, everything he went to. I went to every one of them. I remember pulling socks to put him on his feet, and it was rip his toenails off, because cancer kills your body. And so does chemo. And it was hard. But it wasn't as hard as, this is a picture of my dad. Friday, hospice, home, my mom grabs my arm. This might make me cry. But she grabs my arm and she says, hey, I need you to tell Dad to let go. I need you to go tell your dad. I'll be okay. And for me, God, that was selfish at the time. But I was so blessed to have point of power live above the opportunity to do this for my dad. You see, the Wednesday before, my dad was fine. He was going through treatments and he was okay, but he fell Wednesday, hit his head. And because of the radiation, his brain shifted and he couldn't talk. And they had less than 2 days to live. And for me, that was hard. I remember sitting next to my dad that day and just, who has the biggest paws in here? Your hands. Anyone? My dad's were twice the size of mine. And I remember locking my fingers in his. And I remember holding his hand. And I remember saying, Dad, we love you. I hope you know we all love you. We're all going to miss you, but it's okay to let go. It's okay. Mom will be here. We will take care of her. Me, Ryan, Ob will take care of her. And he couldn't talk. He couldn't open his eyes, and he was medicated. But I remember his eye opened. I remember that big bear paw squeezed my hand, which I wish I could have right this second. And he said, he didn't say anything, but that tear came out of his face. In my mind, he said, I love you too. Take care of Mom. The next morning, he passed away. And yeah, that was hard. I had to read his eulogy in front of our family and friends, and I cried like a baby. I thought it was hard. Man. Does anyone idolize your father? How many people have lost your father or your mother in this room? My heart goes out to you. How many people are fighting cancer that you know today? How many people? I'm so sorry for that. I will pray for everyone, and I hope everyone does the same. And when my dad died, I had to be the strong one for our family, whether I was ready for it or not. But I lived back to that 65% below the point of power. I kept believing I wasn't great. And then 2 weeks after my dad died, after going through all of this, my goddess, my wife, the thing in this world that matters more than anything, said to me, listen, you're not talking to me. You're not opening up. All you're doing is working. All you're doing is working. You won't cry. You won't tell me. I'm going to get our two beautiful daughters. I'm going to take them back to Boise, where my parents are, and I'm going to leave. It's like a month after my dad died. It was freaking hard. And now I cry like a baby anytime there's a movie on because of that opened my emotion floodgates. And she didn't leave. And I remember crying. I remember opening up. I remember being vulnerable, just like I am right now. This story is personal to me. And I want you guys to hear it because it only got harder from here. COVID hit. How many businesses in this room were affected by COVID? Raise of hands. How many people benefited from COVID? Raise your hands. You're affected one way or other, whether it's positive or negative, right? Our business died 50% overnight. No one went back to office. No one went back to the office. We have 40 employees. Took payroll cuts to try and survive. Let all of our employees work, whether they were working or not, and had to pay them because that's what we thought was right. And then if you lived in Utah, like 3 of us do, there was an earthquake. Talk about scary. It was hard. And then below the point of power, we can't control the environment, but we can control how we act or react. And it was hard. We thought we were doing good for business, but business didn't grow. Some employees left because we couldn't always afford to pay them when they're not working. Business got hard. And a good friend of mine, a CEO named Rochelle Rutherford, and Ryan Erickson, who's the COO of an autism center in Utah. During this hard period of time, they started to change. Their bodies, their minds, their families, their lives started to change. And I said, just like maybe that Kool-Aid in front of Scott, I want some of whatever that Kool-Aid is. Can I get, what do I need to do to get Kool-Aid like that? What do I need to do? Well, what I needed to do was make a phone call to a person. And here's what it sounded like. It's $10,000. It's 4 days. You dress in all black, and you show up. What the hell does that mean? Show up where? How many people have been to Destin, Florida? I don't ever want to go back. Ever want to go back. It was 4 days, really 3.5, 70 hours of grueling impact mentally, physically breaking you. And remember, I'm already at 65% of what I could be. I'm already living way below the point of power. There's 12 men I didn't know. And this top picture right here. Thanks for that. That's nice, Tom. That is nice. We're doing high-rise planks. Our bodies are in the ocean and on the sand. If you imagine that you're in the ocean right now with your hands and doing a high-rise plank, and the ocean hits your face, you can't breathe, and then you start to sink 3 or 4 inches. Your feet scoot back, and the only caveat is there's someone crawling underneath everyone. And we did this rotation for 2 hours. Guys who were overweight, 35 pounds overweight, couldn't physically do this, and that was me. Falling down and the people fall on top of you. Or the muscle heads in the group would push you up and knock the whole row down. And then you had to plank, and then push up and get back in it. Well, this was 1 in the morning. This was 2 in the morning. In and out of the ocean, cover each other with sand until you cannot see any black at all. You know how hard it is to cover black gym shorts in sand when they're wet? Thanks for laughing, Scott. Well, I thought it was hard. Again, I'm 35 pounds overweight. My back is broken. I'm limited on what I think I can do. And then we start this next challenge, which is the next day. This is about midday. They dropped us off at 2:30 in the morning and picked us up at 4:15. That's less than 2 hours. And we just went 10 hours the night before. You see these sandbags that we were carrying, it's funny because in Florida they called it a mountain, which we all know there's no mountains in Florida. It was an embankment, is what I'll call it. We got on a boat, cruised across part of the ocean into this bay that they had, and we had to carry these sandbags up and down this hill and do this 1 hour, 2 hours. And the next thing is you drop the sandbags, emptied them, fold them, put them back away. And then you had to crawl, army crawl, up and down this embankment for 3 hours. Maybe it wasn't 3 hours, it felt like it. But it was 200 rotations for 12 men who were already fighting with each other, all had limiting beliefs, and the only caveat is your face is buried in the sand to where you cannot pick it up. So when you're breathing in sand. You have a coach in the water and the coach at the top of this mountain, and they're 400 feet apart. Well, 65% of what I could ever be below the point of power, I stood up after the 15th time. And I told my coach, as he screamed at me, I can't do this. I can't do this. And he said to me, why? My back is broke. I'm fused. I can't bend the way we're bending. I can't do this. And he said, do you know for a fact today your back will break? Or is it a belief? Is it a thought? Or is it an effing excuse? I said before he finished, it's going to break. You don't know. And then he said this, stand up, everyone stop, and tell everyone in this room you're going to quit. Except for it was on the mountain again. Tell everyone you quit. Tell everyone you're giving up. Your wife, your daughters, tell them when you get home, you quit. Has anyone ever quit on their business? I know we've wanted to. How many people have wanted to quit? Every day? Every week? Every quarter? When taxes are due? Well, he says, I don't care how you do it. You can scoot, you can roll, you will not walk, or you can go down and get on that boat and you can leave, and no one will ever see you again. You go home, your life is normal. I did it. I couldn't go home and face this room, my employees, or my family and say, I quit. I won't allow our employees to quit, so why could I quit? I couldn't do that. So I did it. This is the last evolution, carrying a sandbag up and down this freaking mountain, hill, embankment. And I thought, again, this is hard. Imagine 35 pounds, a lot more, 35 pounds more weight, never working out, and you think you're too busy to work out. Because that was me. And then the next day was the hardest day. It was the self-evolution day. Oops, I'll go back, sorry, hit the wrong button. So on this sandbag right here, they pick us up at 4:15 again. We drive to a beach. They give us a sandbag, a zip tie, and a Sharpie, which all of you right now in front of you on the table have a sandbag, a zip tie, and a Sharpie. I want you to grab it. One each. And as you grab that, we had to fill that sandbag as full as possible. And if it wasn't full, you would do it again and everyone would plank. Caveat is the first person to get it full, zip-tied, and done doesn't have to do anything. There's 12 of us men racing to see who could get done fastest. And of course, I didn't win. Just push up and plank and start over again. 4:15, 4:20, 4:30 goes by. Well, on that sandbag just in front of you, I had to write down 10 negative self-empowering thoughts. I'm not good enough. I don't know how to run a business. I don't know business finance. I'm not a good husband. I'm not a good father. I had to write down 10 things. So I want to challenge each of you to write down at least one, if not two, but please write down one of them on that sandbag. This is yours for you. Write down one negative, disempowering thought or belief that you have currently about you. Well, that day we picked those sandbags up, and I remember as I go shoulder high, squat, up, down, up, down, up, hold, down, hold. 5 minutes go by, holding a 120-pound sandbag over my head. And then they said, don't let this, here's 3 rules, and you need to listen. Don't let the sandbag touch the sand or the ground at all. Do not stop at all. And if you need water, the coaches will give you water. You see that coach way down there? As the coach had walked about a mile down the beach with a spotlight. Walk to him and then walk back. Stupidly, I said, for how long? Well, guess what? Plank, push up, and squat again with that damn sandbag. My point is for the next 5 hours, we carried those negative, self-empowering, disempowering thoughts that you guys wrote down. I had 30 on that sandbag. But 1 hour goes by, and we're walking up and back. Another hour goes by, walking up and back. And what happens is when you write it down, your mind sees it. When your mind sees it, your mind reads it. If you read it, your mind will say it. And if you say it, you start to hear it. Well, guess what? 3 hours in, we were all hearing what we had wrote. And the coaches wouldn't let you stop. A guy was taking a leak. A guy had to, pardon my French, shit. A guy had to literally stop and tie his shoe again. The sandbags could not touch the sand at all. Hour 4 goes by. and something weird starts to happen. You start to feel something inside. That negative thought isn't so negative. Flipping it on its head as a whisper that I can believe I can do this because I'm 4 hours in. I'm feeling okay. Your candor, your pace starts to pick up. And pretty soon, all of us men, after hour 5, we're all doing something stupid. We're all smiling, carrying 120-pound sandbags for 5 hours on this beach. Who's ever walked on a beach in shoes? Is it easy? With a 120-pound sandbag? No, it's not easy. 5 hours? No. Well, hour 6 goes by, and something else starts to happen. I start to believe that I'm better than all of my negative self-thoughts. I'm better than all those disempowering beliefs, as Tom said. I'm starting to live above the point of power because it's 6 hours in and I'm not quitting. My pace is picking up. All of us are starting to pick up. And then something else starts to happen. I start to smile even deeper, and I'm going to do this without dropping anything, hopefully. As I'm holding that sandbag up here, my right hand goes down and I'm holding my wife's hand, and my daughter's there holding her hand. And we're now walking on the beach together. Forget all about the sandbag. It's gone. Hour 7. The coaches, do not let the sandbags touch the ground and huddle up in a line. We all huddle up one line. And this line, they have us go waist high in the water. And with those papers in your hand, they gave us a knife and they cut all the sandbags. And they said, before anyone does this, you have to hold them high, which is that picture up there, prior to getting to the ocean. After carrying it for 7+ hours, we're holding it high and smiling, which is weird. And then, as you guys are going to do today, and I hope you do, take those sandbags and dump out all of those thoughts, those disbeliefs that you've carried, that 120 pounds of sand for the last 7 hours or for the last 40 years of your life. Dump them out in the ocean. Let them go. As Tom said, work on yourself and let go of those things that are holding you back today, that are holding your business back, that are letting your light not shine so other people can't see it. Your light deserves to shine. Other people need to see it. Someone in this room needs your service today, and you're a light. Well, what happens next was even harder. How many people in this room have ever written a eulogy? 3? That day, they made us write our eulogy. And when you think about your eulogy, you have to think about, who did you impact? What will your children's children say you did or accomplished in your life? Did you leave it better than you found it? Who would be at your funeral? They had put us in meditation for 20 minutes. And we got to the most beautiful place in the world with our family. And then you show up at this dark place, you're wearing black, and you can't touch anyone. And you realize you're in the casket. And then they pull you out so fast. And they've got every picture of your family, every picture of your life they could find on the screen flashing before you. And then tell you to write your eulogy. So when you think about your life today, don't just think about your business. Think about the impact you're going to have. Think about the things you're going to create that someone else can help build. I can see Tom thinking hard about this, especially because he's wrote his. And it brought me back to where I read my dad's. He shared a little bit about how she's used it. So in here, I want you guys to think about your life, and how you do one thing is how you do everything. It's great to see married couples in this room. I think it's super important to know that your spouse is on board. Would you agree with that? It's a hard thing too. Your habits, actions, behaviors, and beliefs, they create and attract your success, or they don't let it happen. Changing your environment, like Tom said. 4 quadrants that I focus on are physical, financial, relational, and spiritual. I believe you need to have goals for each. Business and life is the same for me. but have one for each, business and one for life, in each quadrant. Most people think that money is what drives decision, actions, or indecisions. But the truth is it's how we were trained, how we were taught, and how we were educated. It's also how you train, teach, and educate your employees and your children. They are the next generation. They will replace us. And if we don't train them to be better or think different, the same outcome. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over. Don't let that happen. Step 1, as you guys will see, is conscious self-creation. Step 2 is specific gratitude list. Step 3 is impact hour or hours. Step 4 is your intentional prayer list. And step 5 is verbal recording. I said those really fast, but we're going to go through each of them and tell you why each of them build on each other. Wow, that went fast. I guess step 1 didn't make it in there. Well, great. Do you guys have on yours though? The book has it at all or no?
Yeah, it's in here.
Well, step 1 is this: conscious self-creation. Conscious is your daily effort. Self is your internal belief. Creation is the future you. Why it works is it actually creates neural pathways in your brain to commit to certain things, which is your I am. It gets your brain to see identity. When your brain sees identity, it starts to work towards it. Maybe some things are too far-fetched, but again, we're talking about today's self-effort for the future you. Step 2 is your specific gratitude list. And why it works, or specifically how it works, is if you have conscious self-creation and you have a gratitude list. When you create something that's specific and towards being grateful for it, it helps retrain your brain to see different outcomes. Otherwise, you will be stuck where you are. Step 3 is impact hours, which I can go to that one. And it's weird because it's also cut off. But step 3 is the action step within this. It builds trust in yourself. When you create action behind something and you build something, all of you started a business or work in a business that you own. You've built trust in yourself to do something. Sure, it's hard, and every day starts new. Every day starts new. Why it works is it gets your subconscious mind to trust the evidence, and evidence is more impressionable on your mind than just a promise. If you were to tie your shoe without looking and you can do that, your mind will believe you can do it and you can do it again. It's like watching a child get up every time they fall. Do you know how many infants fall by the age of 2 before they walk? Almost 10,000 times. They don't know any better. The only difference between us and them is we're afraid or live below the point of power to do this. So action steps, create yourself 3 action or 2 action items towards these specific goals. And outcomes that come out of there is high value works. The needle will move within your business or your life. More time able to spend on the priorities you want, and your confidence will grow. Step 4 is your intentional prayer list. Anyone know what that means? Specific person or thing, specific outcome. Not I pray for everyone going through cancer, which I will and do. But I pray for Michelle, who's going through stage 4 cancer, and that she's able to beat it and become in remission. Something specific. How it works is it activates your front. Basically, I'm going to say it this way. It activates the focus and your perspective parts of your brain. As Tom said, your RAS. It activates your brain differently. Makes you think about things differently. Prayers connect conscious mind to the intent of your subconscious mind. Again, reprogramming that subconscious mind. Scott, Are you telling your heart to beat right this second? Tom, are you telling your lungs to open?
No.
That's your subconscious mind working at 60 to 90,000 thoughts per second. This is program your conscious mind to be the person you want to in your subconscious state, which ultimately reacts into your daily action. We can all want to make $1 million this year, but if we don't do everything down back to, as Tom said, year, quarter, month, week, day, hour, minute. We control us. If we don't control us, social media does. The world does. Your business, your family, and yourself, steadier leadership, deeper connection, and peace when it's uncertain. Last is this, verbal recording. If you say it, you will hear it. If you hear it, your body can live it. That day on the beach, smiling after 7 hours, I'm living who I am. No longer thinking about the negative because I'm already 7 hours in and we're not giving up. That day, it rewires your brain quicker because now your mind is able to connect all of these things faster. The way it works is it creates activates your motor, auditory, and memory circuits simultaneously. Repetition is the quickest teacher. Business, family, and life. I'm going to say life instead of self. Stronger communication, role modeling. How many people in this room have children? Keep your hands up. How many people in this room have children and employees? Role modeling is important, is it not? Our actions that we take every day are important. How it works is it connects all of these steps. Identity is step 1, emotion step 2, proof is step 3, vision is step 4, and reinforcement, verbal recording is step 5. Consistent results, presence, grateful intention, and your paradigm shifts. Has anyone's paradigm shift in listening to any of this? I know it's a lot. In front of you is your journal. On one of the back pages in this journal, if not the very back page, is a QR code. I would love for you all to scan it, and I hope you all have a GPT account. And if you do, please open it. My encouragement here is for you to use this journal in the way it was designed. Put in that negative self-thought, that belief, that feeling that you had written on that sandbag. Open that GPT and drop it into it. This is yours free. It helps to create these 4 steps for you to use whenever you need it. It's helped me every day. I've watched it help my daughters. I've watched it help my employees. Every negative thought I've had in the last 10 weeks, 3 weeks, yesterday, this morning, getting on the freaking plane, telling Stacy, I'm afraid to be up here in front of you guys and tell you this. That GPT helped me be confident. I promise, use it. Let your children use it. But not only that, write them down. Go through them, read them. So your mind, again, it's on your journal. Write it. See it. Your mind will read it. If it reads it, it'll say it. If it says it, it'll hear it. And once you hear it, your mind starts to do something funny. After 30 days or 90 days, you start to feel it. And when you feel something, you start to believe something. And once you believe it, you can live it. So these steps in this journal actually work. No matter the feeling, no matter the thought, no matter if it's business, no matter if it's family. Doesn't matter. Try the journal. It's yours free. After today, it will be launched. A business is launching. You guys get it all free because of that man right there. That guy right there allowed me to be up on this stage and showcase something that I'm truly passionate about, to help people. My goal is to impact 1 million families' lives, and I will do that. Whether business, podcast, this room, or that journal. And I'm grateful to be up here, and I'm grateful to be friends with all of you. And I really hope you all use it. I hope my story helps you go through your own story to figure out who you are. Do what you resist. All growth requires resistance. All growth does. That QR code right there will get you those 5 free steps. They'll be emailed to you directly. So if you want those 5 steps, they are right there. I just want to say I'm grateful and I'm thankful to be up here in front of you guys, and thank you.